In Street Fighter V, Ed was this kind of weird, bland character that Capcom didn't really seem to care about. Aside from the fact that he had like easy input specials. If you didn't know, all of Ed's inputs, his special move inputs, were done without motions. So like his DP was done by pressing 2 punch buttons at the same time. His flicker, those punches you see there, you just press 4 punch buttons in succession. It was a mash input that they've taken out of Street Fighter 6. But basically this resulted in him just like poking with jab, crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick into flicker, and not having a very interesting, I would say, play style compared to some other characters. And I think as a result, people were very interested to see what direction Capcom was going to go with this character. Like they brought back some characters that people didn't find very interesting, like DJ, and they made them really cool. So people were excited to see what they were going to do with Ed, and today we finally got to see it because they have a gameplay reveal trailer for Ed that they put out a few hours ago. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. I have seen some clips, but not really the full trailer. So we're going to kind of react and then break it down and see how Ed is going to be in Street Fighter 6. So if I understand correctly from the story, Ed was like an orphan, maybe along with Falk, not really sure. That Bison, no, not Bison, that Balrog brought in kind of like as his child. And that's why Ed is now a boxer, because Balrog was also a boxer. Alright, so you see him there boxing a box head. Pretty interesting. He also looks pretty different than he did in Street Fighter V, I would say. A lot of people are saying that he's skinnier, and that might be because he's like malnourished or something. He has got some really weird long-reaching punches. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be his flicker now, or if those are just normals, because you can see him just doing like one at a time, or doing 3 of them. Okay, I think that actually is flicker. That's his fireball. Basically, you do one fireball input and then you do another one to release it. Okay, that's like his V skill that he had to snatch you up. And he has a new dash move, it looks like. Reminds you kind of Dudley from Street Fighter 4. That's gotta be his level 1. Just a little bit of damage on that super. Also, this is a new stage that they're showing. Definitely looks pretty cool. The Street Fighter 5 outfit, definitely also cool looking. I don't think Stand Heavy Punch went through fireballs in Street Fighter 5, if I'm not mistaken. The whiff punish into the fireball, into the drive rush combo, into like the Superman punch types of thing. I feel like this this new dash move is going to add a lot of depth to his offense. The level 2 super is his V trigger 1 from Street Fighter 5. I think most people guess this because they're trying to make like the level 2s basically like the more skillful supers. Like level 1 and level 3 are kind of cash out damage supers, and then level 2 is basically like the one that you have to think about using. You know what I mean? So right there, level 2 was just used for a combo. But in Street Fighter 5, you could also do like a slow version. So this, I'm guessing, is the fast version that used for a combo. And the slow version, you can make just go slowly. Like, think of like a Dawson Fireball or like an Aki Fireball type speed. And then you just kind of follow behind it. And you can get a few throws because it's multi-hit. Alright, so we're going to change this to playback speed. Maybe 0.5. And then we'll... Actually, 0.75. It's probably good. And we'll just talk about what we're seeing pretty much, analyze it in a bit slower motion. So I'm guessing these are just normals, maybe command normals as well, probably a target combo. And I feel like this is very interesting because the type of character that Ed is, I feel like normally they don't have as big of range on their buttons, at least their jabs, but I feel like it definitely makes sense for him to have this, and should be pretty interesting to see how he plays, because this is definitely very different than he was in Street Fighter 5. If that combo, that's kind of insane. The range might be kind of broken. Like, having a far range jab in this game is extremely good. Like, Cammy stand jab going into crouch medium punch is one of like the strongest aspects about her. That's just a target combo into level 1, it looks like. Pretty cool animation on that level 1, I must say. And the effect on the stage, I feel like it's pretty cool too. It's a bit purple, but I feel like it makes sense because it's in Shadowloo, you know. Punish counter on the Dragon Lash. They didn't show the UI, but you could see the zoom in. Okay, so target combo into the EX Snatcher. Back throw punish counter. This, I think that's like the EX dash move, but like a different version of it. Like, it looks like there's probably going to be a few follow-ups off of the dash. The EX Fireball, it's got multiple hits, and then you can follow up after with the juggle. Punish counter combo into the juggle. Like, I feel like his combos really look like Dudley's. Like, that's Dudley's machine gun blow. And nice little combo there. Probably take some drive gauge. I would guess you can probably combo into drive impact somehow too, just deplete some of their drive gauge. But they're not really showing it, but I'm guessing that you can have a slow version of the level 2 to just get a few throw mix-ups. And this level 3 is honestly insane. Like, the first time I saw it, it looked really cool. I was like, man, that's sick. And then I think this is a CA, right? And then there's an explosion. It's kind of weird. I feel like they haven't really done that where they show the level 3 and then the CA right away. But the CA, I feel like it looks so different into the animation. I feel like that's pretty cool. And then I'll link the PlayStation blog in the description so that you guys can take a look. Also the trailer if you guys want to watch it again on your own time. But basically this, they talk about some of their design decisions, where they're going with Ed in terms of the story. Basically Ed, if you're wondering, does not have those simple inputs anymore. In terms of, like, you know, his specials are just like 2 punches or whatnot. It's basically limited to modern, and I feel like that makes sense because Ed and Falk kind of were like the pilot characters for modern in Street Fighter 5 to see if it worked. And now they're in the game, they can just use modern for that. It wouldn't really make sense to have easy inputs for classic and modern without motions. And also, I think the big change visually is that he doesn't have any kick moves anymore. I'm not sure where they said that. Yes, because he's a traditional boxer, all his attacks are now punches except for his level 2 super art. His kick buttons have been designated to various flicker attacks. And you can see some specials that he has here. This one I'm kind of confused by because it says Psycho Flicker, but it's doing like the snatch move. So very confused why that one's called Flicker when it's not, like, you know what I'm saying? So he's got these buttons. Is this Flicker? I think this is Flicker, right? Releases a quick flicker jab in 3 directions. And if you hold the button down, then he'll use Psycho Snatcher. So I guess that's what this picture is about. So he can do these long-range jabs, Flicker. People complain about Flicker in Street Fighter 5. As you could see from the previous video, like, it was used a lot. It doesn't seem to have much range, but it had a lot of range. It was very hard to whiff punish because it was very disjointed. Here, I guess they're just showing the range, so at least visually it makes more sense as a move. And then here's a new Kill Rush move. That's basically the dash thing. You can do an uppercut. You can do a chaser. So they're both uppercuts. It's a bit confusing. Got a level 1, a level 3, and then they were talking about the level 2 at some point. Yeah, it says V trigger 1, multi-hitting ball of psycho power that move forward. I feel like this is going to be pretty strong. Think Rashid's tornado. Like, Rashid's tornado forces a mix-up. It's not as strong as it, because I'm guessing you can jump over it, but then Ed can like juggle into it if he anti-airs you. But it's basically you look at Rashid's Super 2 and you think at first glance, if you don't know about it, that it doesn't look too strong, but the mix-ups that it gives you is going to definitely have you a bit confused, a bit perplexed. He's going to come out February 27th for owners of the Year 1 Character Pass. So actually we will have, I guess that makes sense, right? Because it's supposed to be adding Akuma in this pass. And then I think that's it basically that they said. I'm guessing there's going to be a season 2 reveal at Capcom Cup along with Akuma, and then they'll release them all on February 27th. Obviously they wouldn't say that now because like it would kill the hype, but I'm guessing that's what they do, unless there's just going to be some weird downtime in between Capcom Cup and the next season, which I don't think would happen. That would be pretty weird. But they haven't said anything for now, so nothing's confirmed. But for now, Ed looks really cool. I'd like to know what you guys think about Ed down in the comments. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Really helps the channel out a lot when you guys hit that red subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video.